Hey YouTube, it's your girl Stacy back again with another cooking video, and today we are making barbecue ribs with some potato salad and some barbecue sauce. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel and thank you for viewing. I really appreciate y'all being here with me today. So let's get started. What we're going to start with are the potatoes. Now I'm going to get the potatoes out of the way. I cut up about 6 medium-sized potatoes and put that in boiling water and let that do its thing while I got the seasoning ready for the ribs. I'm starting with some chef spice, some cayenne pepper with some paprika. I also go in with some adobo spice. I use the one with the orange, the bitter orange. I added some oxtail seasoning, a bay leaf, some garlic powder, some salt, and I also added Italian seasoning. We're going to strain our potatoes and set those aside. This is what you'll need: some thyme. We have some garlic, onions, ginger. I kept the peel on. We have some apple cider vinegar, some brown sugar, and there are our ribs that I cleaned and I cut so that they can fit into the pot while I let it boil. What you're going to do is you're going to add those spices to your water. You're going to add your thyme into that water as well. And you're going to add all the onions and garlic, and of course, we're going to add that Scotch bonnet pepper up in there, and then a little bit of apple cider vinegar, just because. We're going to go in with some brown sugar, and then we're going to add our pieces of pork ribs. I cut them up like this so that it would be easier to boil in my pot, and also it's just something that I learned to do from a friend. And if I had a bigger pot, I would stick it in whole and not cut it, but this is what we're working with. For our potato salad, we got our peppers, we have our mayo, our Dijon and relish. We have our spices here, which is some cayenne, paprika, I should say, and some Italian seasoning with some garlic powder and salt. And then we also have some onions and garlic and carrots cut up, with our 3 boiled eggs that I chopped up, and our potatoes. So we're going to begin by combining the eggs to the potatoes. Now listen, you do not have to put egg in this recipe. I remember there was an old friend who always complained that she couldn't eat the potato salad because it had eggs in it and she had an egg allergy. I get it, I respect that, but my potato salad will not be substituted. I do add eggs because I feel like it adds an added richness to it. Moving right along, we're going to go ahead and add our peppers to it, and then we're going to get our mayo, our 2 mustards. I use Dijon and I use regular mustard, as well as some relish. Everything in here is going to be mixed up and combined before adding the spices. I'm going to then add the red onions, the carrots, and the minced garlic. I almost forgot there. Yes, I did mince up some garlic. Normally in my videos, what I like to do is just show you how I'm chopping everything up, but you get the gist of it. Y'all know how to cut your veggies. I'm gonna go ahead and add my spices to that mix, and I'm gonna just get all of everything married together. Or in other words, combine everything so that we can get these flavors up and popping. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna go in and taste and see how this is going, and it's alright, but it's not as creamy and as rich as I want it to be. So I'm gonna do what any person who loves a creamy potato salad will do. You heard me. I'm going to add some more mayo. Yes, because sometimes you just have to. And with regards to the mayo, honestly, it does not have to be a specific brand. It could be organic. I did not use Miracle Whip. I used Hellmann's mayonnaise, and this is why I added the vinegar to it, because it gives it that tangy Miracle Whip flavor to it. Okay? We got to taste again, just to be sure. We got to make sure it's right before I let it sit in the fridge, and it is perfect. Now I let it sit in the fridge for about 30 minutes, and then, I had to do a little tasty testy, and it is tasting good. I hit that with some paprika, and, just to make it look cute for the little video for y'all to see. Next, we got our barbecue sauce. So we got some salt, some garlic powder, some Italian spice, some crushed chili flakes, and we got some ketchup with some hot sauce, some lime juice, apple cider vinegar, and we got some garlic. I used the minced garlic in the jar, and then I got the juice from the ribs that I strained. And here are the ribs. I took them out. I set them in the oven just to chill on 200. So they may be looking a little dry right now, but it's not dry because the meat is dry. It's dry because, they're waiting for some sauce. They need to be sauced up. You know what I'm saying? So to get this sauce started, of course, we're going to brown a little bit of brown sugar. I did not have any molasses. So what I'm trying to do is to create a molasses type feel to this sauce. And that's me trying to get this brown sugar as I want to say caramelized, but a little bit on, I want to get it dark. I don't want to say burnt, as dark as possible, if you catch what I'm saying. So we're going to keep going with this and making sure that it gets to a desired shade of brown that I like. And we're going to go ahead and add the minced garlic. I'm going quickly because I do have the stove on high, which you don't have to, but I'm just going because I want to keep the flavors caramelizing. And I did this purposely so that when I do add the juice from the sauce of from the sauce from where the ribs were boiling from, that it will start to caramelize the onions and everything and just create a nice blend of the flavors together. And I'll add it gradually, bit by bit. I'm going to hit it with some, I love this liquid smoke. Now liquid smoke, it gives it that Texas barbecue feel to it. And I like the smokiness. We're going to combine everything together. And now we're adding the pepper sauce and ketchup. Yes, Lord, I added some of my pepper sauce into the mix because, I want a nice kick. I need a kick. I need some heat. This is totally optional. I'm telling you, you don't need to add hot sauce. I'm going to add some lime juice in there. And that's going to help to allow for the flavors to find some balance because you have the sour from the lime, and then you have the sweet from the brown sugar, and then you have the acidity from the tomatoes and the vinegar. So you want to balance all of that. And to do so, you want to add some of that sauce from the ribs, as well as the rest of the brown sugar that you see sitting on the side. That is going to seal the deal, those two right there. And it's important to take the juice from the sauce of what the ribs were boiling in, because it does give it a nice richness. And I'm just going to use it. There's so much flavor in it. Just like when I made my griot and I kept the sauce, there's so much flavor in that sauce. Now I do go ahead and add some regular schmegular barbecue sauce into there, just because, it is what it is. I'm not trying to say I'm making my own homemade barbecue sauce. I do and I can, but I do add a little bit of that to it. I did add a little bit more smoke and liquid smoke, and I'm going to go ahead and add some soy sauce. Soy sauce just makes it taste beautiful. Like, I'm so happy with it. Like I always do, I taste as I go. And I let that sit for about 30 minutes until at least it reduces down to a nice liquid looking like that. Lord of mercy. I know you want to stick your finger in there. It's too hot, but I promise you that is delicious. They're ready for them ribs. And what you're going to do now is coat your ribs. Coat your ribs with this sauce. Do not be skimpy with it. Allow for it to get doused in this sauce. And what you're going to do every 5 to 7 minutes, you'll go in and you'll pull that out and you'll flip and base. Same thing I did with my chicken wings in my barbecue chicken wing video. So this again, like I said, a lot of cooking is a labor of love. So it is what it is. And I have the oven set at 450, so it's cooking at a pretty high rate. And since the ribs are already cooked, because I boiled them for a good 45 minutes, they're done. Basically what we're doing now is making sure that this sauce gets it all sticky, icky, and finger licking good. You understand what I'm saying? Oh God, yes. I hope you do. Because when I tell you how these came out nice, Lord of mercy. Anyway, we're going to keep going with this. And like I said, I'm going to baste it every 5 to 7 minutes. I mean, you can do it every 10 minutes. I done set off the alarm because the sauce hit the bottom on the foil and it started to smoke up, and the alarm went off at least 4 times. I know my neighbors were probably annoyed because I do cook at some odd hours of the night. But you know what? I could care less. These ribs had to get done. And when I tell you, here they are, done and ready. When I tell you, they were fall off the bone ready. So I'm going to cut those up, separate the ribs, because, you know, you don't want to think like, you know, like when you go to Swiss Chalet and they give you that rack all whole. That's great and that's wonderful. But I want to be able to just grab a rib and go. I don't want to have to deal with cutting anything. I want to eat it straight. So I'm making sure to cut all the pieces and all the bits and get that ready for my plate. Those ribs are done. Those ribs are ready. Woo. You see all that? That's what you want. That's what you want. You want that nice caramelization on those ribs. And I did keep some sauce on the side. I'm a saucy gal, so I like a lot of sauce on everything. It is what it is. I like some sauce. I like some lime juice. It kind of reminds me of Barbie Barnes, which unfortunately is closed down in Montreal. I'm disappointed, but this is as close as it's going to get from me. And I put some green onion on there, and voila. See she greedy now? See she greedy face now? Yeah, man, happy dance. Those ribs, those ribs are delicious. Yo, finger licking good. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. They came out so good. So good. And here it is, y'all. The finished ribs. Oh my gosh, they were so delicious. I did go ahead and add some green beans, I should say green peas, to the potato salad. Something was missing. Didn't quite taste like my mama's own. So I added some green peas. It's optional for you. And yeah, here you go. Here are the juicy, succulent ribs. Oh man, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I appreciate your time. Remember, God is good all the time, and all the time, God is good, y'all. Take care.